Welcome back to In the Business. Now, we've now done 20 episodes. Today, we're going to be looking at the 5 top things we have learned. Kicking it off with number 1, we've got you need to have a mission. Now, it came from Scott Russell's episode where he talked about the importance of a mission and how if you've got a mission, you're on your way to something. You're not going to get sidetracked. You know what the destination is, and it really gets you kicked off, and it drives you with purpose and focus.
Having a mission really helps your company stay on course during turbulent times. And when you do encounter troubles with the economy, troubles with funding, trouble with staffing, if you've got a mission as a founder, you'll be more motivated to carry on than
100%.
if you're someone who's just doing it for money. Having a mission doesn't necessarily mean solving a social issue or doing lots of social good. It just means delivering good value to your customers, and it can be throughout any industry. So Nick Hampton, who owns a tax and accountancy business, his mission was to save customers more money than they pay on him. Just work out why you're doing what you're doing and make sure it isn't just money.
I love that mission as well. It's very straightforward to it, and it's just a perfect sentence.
And it keeps you driven.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to number 2 is launch lean and learn fast. This came from episode 8 from Miguel's dating app. Now, if you have an idea, just get it out there. Just launch it, get your MVP out there to the public, and then you can get much greater feedback from people actually using your app than you would from you getting ideas of, what to do with the app. Get the idea out there, and then from there you can learn a lot quicker than you would before and refine it to an end product that people are really going to like.
Miguel said that he was focusing too much on refining the product, wasn't he? He was like, I want to make this landing page as beautiful as it can be.
Yeah.
And that actually wasn't the right task. He just needed to launch the company.
And that was his biggest regret, not launching quicker.
Yeah. I think anyone who's got an idea, just simply start it. You never know if it's going to work or not work till you start. You're never going to know everything you need to know before starting until you just launch the company.
I mean, a draft one out there is better than nothing.
Well, exactly, yeah. And who knows where it can take you? Just be confident and launch.
Yeah. So what's number 3?
Okay, so number 3, I'm going to mention Nick again here, but don't expect too soon. And it's a lot of hard work. So I think that's worth remembering, because in the age of social media, we can look at entrepreneurship through rose-tinted glasses, and we can see only the benefits, only the positives, which are a lot, of course. But do not expect it to come too soon. Have patience with what you do. In the words of the very wise Nick Hampton, if you think you're going to start a business, do 4 hours a day, and be a digital nomad in Bali, it ain't happening. And that's another recurring theme throughout our podcast. Don't expect too soon. Don't expect to be driving a Ferrari around after 2 weeks, Be in it for something else. It links back to the mission. Have that mission. Don't want a Ferrari,
Yeah, there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of, and what I mean by noise is people saying you have to have this by 16, you have to have this by 18. I've started my business 2 weeks ago, now I'm doing £4 million in revenue. And a lot of it is just noise,
Yeah.
You need to really, even by watching this podcast, you see real people that have built real companies that are actually doing real profits and, delivering good value to people.
It's a lot of graft. It's a lot
of difference, yeah. And it does take hard work, but the hard work does pay off.
No, definitely. That's really, just keep that in mind. It's a very simple concept, but don't expect anything too soon. And that almost frees you from expectation. It frees you from feeling like you need to meet these certain goals. It frees you from the idea that your company is unsuccessful or you're failing as an entrepreneur, because you're not. You're just expecting too soon. Anyway, moving on to number 4, we've got people make your business. I think there's 2 different routes you can take with this, but Harrison, tell us what you thought of this.
When you hire the right people, the company's going to do so much better. I think a great example of this is actually Apple, because they don't necessarily innovate the best, but when they do something, they execute it perfectly. So it's that, the people in their company are just doing great work at what they do. You can also look at Mr. Beast. He's talked about it on podcasts quite a lot, that everyone in his team is just obsessed with what they do, and they're just the right people for that job.
Yeah,
and if you've got the right people in the company, the sky's the limit.
Yeah. What I took away from this lesson was that you can't do everything yourself. Like, if there's a skill that you can't do, you need to find the right person to do that skill, and your company will grow exponentially as a result of that. And a lot of founders think they can do everything. Like, I'll just use my example of an event business. I thought I could design the best event posters. I thought I could also run the event. I thought I could find the talent. You can't do everything. If you suddenly get someone in who can do posters really well, the whole business is elevated by that. So accept you can't do everything, and accept that the greatness of your company is in the people working in it. There's a good quote: "Its greatness is in the agency of others," which I like. I think that's very, very true.
No, I completely agree.
And the final lesson,
Number 5.
number
It's
5.
10. 5.
Which, just before we start this lesson, we'd like to say thank you to every single guest who has come on. Vicky Stokes, our first ever guest. So, I mean, who would come on a podcast who has no listeners? I don't know, but Vicky did, and she's amazing. So, I'd like to thank her for coming on, and every other guest that has come on so far. So, anyway, number 5. Moving
Number
on.
5 is actually going back to episode 2 with Band Academy. Now, it's stay adaptable. In your journey, you're going to start off here, and when you start doing your business plan, when you actually start launching, things are going to change. The environment's going to change. Competitors are going to start doing different things. You've got to stay on your feet, and you've got to change with everything else changing. And if you don't, you're just going to fall behind.
Well, every big company has stayed, or they stay adaptable, don't they? I even think of
Yeah.
Amazon started as a bookstore.
As a bookstore. Look at them now. A
Yeah.
to Z, Amazon.
There's so many examples of companies that have started just doing one thing, realized the market isn't there, and have switched and transitioned to do something else. And that's what we're doing here. We're working out what works, what doesn't work. You've
Yeah.
got to constantly be thinking like that. And yeah, don't be afraid to deviate from your initial idea.
I'd say that's almost the most important one for me.
Yeah.
Because it's something that if you do not do, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's one final thing I'd like to say. I know we're not doing 6 lessons, it's supposed to be 5, but I think this is really important. And it's to recognize that founders don't possess any superhuman traits that you don't have. The only thing is they've taken step 1. They've launched. They've started. They've just started. But all these people, I don't mean this in a rude way at all, they're so normal. Hopefully that's inspiring. They're so normal. They're just like you. And if you're sitting there with a business idea and thinking, oh, maybe this isn't for me, I don't think I possess the necessary traits. There are no necessary traits. You've got to just start. Take step 1. The only necessary trait is to start. Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%. And we just want to say from me and Tom, if you have listened to every episode up to this point, a massive thank you. And it really does mean the most to us. And we would love to hear your feedback, because without your feedback, we can't adapt and we can't necessarily get as good as we could. We want to make these episodes as close to what you want as possible.
Lesson number 7, listen to criticism.
Yeah, there you go.
We can take it.
If you could drop in the comments for us, exactly, or in the personal DMs or anything you want to see change, any guests you want to get on, any topics you want us to cover, please do.
We've got some great plans for this business now. I wouldn't say it's just a podcast. We're creating a business.
100%.
We are
inside our own business.
I mean, just so we go, tell people what we're planning to do with this.
A lot.
Go on, give away something.
So we're going to start events. We're going to we're really focused on creating an environment for younger entrepreneurs. And that's to meet them, that's to network with them, that's to play sport with them. It's just everything together. It's everything that I feel like isn't there at the moment. We want to bring it all together. We want a place for people to come together, start companies, talk about this side of life, and enjoy it.
Amazing. Yeah. So please do stay tuned to what we're doing, and yeah, let us know what you think. So thanks a lot. I hope you enjoy those 5 lessons, and we hope you're learning as much as we are. And see you next time.
See ya.